Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. So I hope you all had a good Christmas and all of that. I missed being here. I missed filming. I missed being here to watch all you guys' videos. But I did want to get on here and kind of give you guys an update on my plans for just for 2024, my plans for this channel and all of that stuff. So I did want to kind of give you guys an overview of where I was and why I wasn't on here. I know at the beginning of December I talked about doing like a Vlogmas kind of thing, and I started out and it was going really well, and then we had some stuff come up and I didn't get to follow through on that. So I did get sick. I had the virus, so I was actually pretty sick with it. I actually had it before and I was barely sick at all. I had it a couple of years ago, but this time I was really sick with it. So there was several days there where I just like didn't even get out of the bed. There was one night where I thought I was having a really hard time breathing. I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. It was just crazy. So I did finally get better, and I was like, I'm gonna try to film, and you guys got a couple of videos there, but whenever I would go and try to film, I guess because I was talking so long, I just started coughing like crazy, and it was just not working. And even once I got better, like I was still feeling so bad. So I stayed at home for like 10 days because I was still so sick. And then, I didn't want to make anybody sick either. I'm with my grandparents a lot, so I want to make sure I didn't give them anything. And then we have like elderly people at our church, so I didn't want to make them sick. So I pretty much stayed at home for 10 days. And then I had to get all of my Christmas stuff together. I had ordered a lot of stuff, so that helped out a lot. But I did have to do like in-store shopping for like stocking stuffers and a few like last minute presents. And so I had to go do all of that. And I was so tired. Like we would go out shopping and we would come back home and I was so tired. Like I would just go to bed. Like it was bad. So I had to do all of my stuff. And then I helped my grandma do, the rest of her Christmas stuff. So that was all kind of in like 3 days. I was trying to do all my stuff, trying to do all of her stuff. And it was just a lot. So we did kind of make it through, and so I was feeling better, a little bit. Anyway, I got some vitamins, and those seem to be helping as far as like getting my energy back and all of that. So hopefully I'll keep improving there. But we made it to Christmas. We had a really nice like Christmas morning. It was great. It was just me and my husband and the kids here at home. And then normally we go to my grandmother's on Christmas Eve, but my dad couldn't come on Christmas Eve because he had to work this year. So we moved it to Christmas Day, like the evening. So we went over there and we cooked. So we had like a really nice meal, and we did presents with everybody. So that was really nice. It was raining here. Like it rained all day on Christmas. And if you guys remember, I've been talking about how we've been in like a drought. So we've really needed the rain. So it was a good thing, that it started raining. We had like wildfires back in, I want to say like September, October, maybe it was October. And so ever since then, we've gotten rain here and there, but it hasn't been like a lot of rain all at once. So we've still been kind of in the drought. So we're finally getting some like really good rain. So it's a good thing. So we came home that night. So it was Christmas night. And my husband and I, we were talking about the rain. And he was like, I'm so glad that we got our roof fixed this past summer. So if you guys remember, we were having some problems with our roof. It was leaking. So we had them come out back in, I want to say like July. They came out and they worked on our roof. They said, hey, you're good. It's fixed. Everything's great. So we didn't really think any more about it. So my husband was saying, he was like, I'm so glad we got our roof fixed. And I kid you not, you guys, no more than he got those words out and our roof starts leaking. And so it was in like a totally different spot than the last time. So it was just, and it like before it was like a drip. But no, this was like, our roof was just like pouring. So it did that for like 20 minutes and then it kind of stopped. but we knew it was still leaking because you could see like, you could just see where it was at on the roof. So I was like, oh my goodness. So, you know, and it wasn't like it was something that we knew anything really about because it hasn't rained much since then, you know. So we were able to call the guy who worked on our roof, the company, and they were like, oh yeah, we'll come out in a couple days, you know, and we'll fix it. So we're like, okay, whatever. So we had an appointment. They were supposed to come that morning, 9 o'clock. So at, you know, they didn't show up. So at like 9:30, my husband starts calling them and their voicemail is completely full. They won't answer the phone. And so I'm like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? So we're like, well, maybe they're just running late, you know, whatever. So we keep calling them. And at this point, it's like 10 o'clock. So finally at like 10:30, I told my husband, I was like, why don't you try calling them from my phone? Maybe they'll, you know, maybe they're just recognizing our number and not picking up. So he calls from my phone and they finally pick up and they're like, oh yeah, sorry, we like double scheduled or something, but we'll be there in like 30 minutes. So the guy finally comes, and apparently when they fixed our roof, they were supposed to go through and replace all of our screws. We have a metal roof, so they were supposed to go through and fix all of the screws. They were supposed to take out the old ones and put in new ones, and that was supposed to fix whatever the problem was. So when he came, he said that there was like 2 screws that they just forgot to put in. Like they just left them out, I guess. So he fixed it and he put those in. So hopefully it's fixed now. I don't know. It's just been like an ongoing thing. So we had paid, you know, we paid a lot of money to get it fixed back in the summer. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it is fixed now. We haven't had any more rain since then, so we really don't know. Next week, I think we're supposed to get some rain, so we'll just kind of have to see how that goes. But thankfully, we were home when all that started, because where the leak was, it was right above like all of our electronics. So like we had like 3 laptops there, iPads, phones, all that stuff. Yeah. So thankfully, we were home whenever it started, and we just kind of moved everything. But so I've been kind of stressed out about that. So yeah, that's kind of just an overview of what we've been doing these last couple of weeks. So, you know, trials come, it's okay. Hopefully everything works out in the end. So anyway, going forward, I did want to go over my plans for what I'm going to do on the channel on 2024. So I have my 2 binders here. I've been doing sinking funds. So I have several sinking funds in here. I do want to cut back on how many I'm doing each week, just because I feel like that they're not really growing like fast enough. I mean, they're growing, but I feel like that they should be growing a little faster. So I am going to cut back on how many sinking funds I'm doing. So right now I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got like 7. I'm not really doing the car envelope right now. I'm just putting in like $1 a week. And I did have a taxes envelope. I did pull that out because I had to pay our taxes. And so this week I took what money I would have put in here, and I put that with the money I had saved up for our taxes to cover the rest of that. So I won't be doing my sinking funds this week. But so I do want to leave some of these in here. I do want to leave car insurance. I'm thinking I'm going to leave heating oil. Outings, that's just like going out with our kids. I think I'm going to pause this one for now. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of pull that out. Car tags, that is coming up soon. So I'm going to keep stuffing it. Appliances, I would like to keep doing it. But for the time being, I'm going to pull that one out. So, land, I do want to keep building towards that. Home envelope, that's for like home repairs. I do want to keep stuffing that one, but I want to fully fund our medical envelope first. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that one out. And then our car, I'm going to leave in there. I've just been putting $1 in each week when I do my cash stuffing. And then I've been putting in $100 like once a month into the bank account. So I am going to keep doing that. And then, so medical, I do want to move over here. So let me find it. It's in our other binder here. So let me move that one over. So medical, we're gonna add in. And then another one that I really wanna add in is our giving envelope. I do wanna keep stuffing that one. So we're gonna move those over. So maybe that cut down a little bit on how many envelopes I had. I'm not sure. So it looks like I pulled out 3 and I added 2 more. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I can always change it, you know, later on. These are just the ones that I feel like are really important right now. Heating oil, I'm going to go ahead and pull that out because we're not going to need that until probably the fall. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one out. But the rest of these, I think I want to keep working on. And then, so that'll be our Thursday videos. So I had been doing like a Friday night game night, and my views were just not very good on those videos. So for a long time, my views were really high on that. And then they kind of, sorry, I had to pause you guys. There was something going on outside. My dog was gonna bark, so I want to go ahead and pause y'all. But anyway, so for a while, my views on my Friday night game night, they were really high. Those videos were doing really well, and then they just kind of started to slack off. And so I think it's probably because a lot of people started doing like the randomizers and all of that stuff. So I think that there was just more people doing those videos, and so more people, you know, people were watching different channels besides mine. So I thought maybe I'll change the time, and so I started putting those videos up, you know, on Friday morning, and my views were still really low on that. So I wanted to make sure that I'm putting out like content that people want to see, and you know, so I decided for the time being, I'm not going to do my Friday game night anymore. But my savings challenge videos, those have been doing really well. So I do want to start doing those each week. I usually only do those like twice a month. So I'm getting closer to paying off our my daughter's braces. So that'll free up at least a little bit more money that I can put towards savings challenges. So I'm going to try to do those savings challenges videos. I'm going to try to do them every week, but I don't have a ton of money to put in them. So like right now I have 2 weeks where I have a good amount to put towards those. And then once I pay off those braces, that'll give me a 3rd week to put more towards them. And then on that extra week, I'll just have the $20 that I was putting in here. So some of those weeks I may only be able to do my 100 envelope challenge. But what I'm thinking is I'll be able to hopefully stuff our 100 envelope, you know, each week. So that'll be good. That'll help me do more with that. Last year, you know, I just kind of did it intermittently. It's not a huge priority for me, but it's still something that I would like to see a little bit more progress on. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do some like mini savings challenges, I think, and just savings challenges. And once I finish those, then I can decide if I want to put that money towards like our sinking funds or these envelopes that were in our Friday night game night. So I do want to keep stuffing all of these envelopes. I just feel like right now I depleted a lot of like my higher priority envelopes, and I want to be able to build those back up. So those are kind of more important to me than some of the stuff that was in here, like, you know, getting a month ahead. I do still want to do that, but it's not a super high priority for me right now. And then like birthdays, you know, right now we're in a position, we don't have a whole lot of debt. We can kind of cash flow this stuff. You know, furniture, that's another one that, you know, I would like to be able to put more towards right now, but just right now it's not my top priority. Gifts, you know, that's something that I can cash flow right now. Braces, I do want to add that one back in, so maybe I can do that soon. And then this kid's car, I want to be putting at least some in there each time, so I'm probably going to move that one over also, because I know that's something that we're going to have to spend out for eventually. And braces also, so maybe I'll leave these in here, and you know, maybe when I finish a savings challenge I can add those, but those will probably be the first ones that I add over to our sinking funds whenever I finish something up. So I'm going to take the rest of these and I'm just going to put them in this binder for now, because I'm not going to be stuffing them right now. So hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, this year I just want to focus on, you know, kind of building some stuff back up that I've had to deplete, and getting back to where I want to be. And then eventually, you know, I can always add some of this stuff back in. I may reevaluate in like March or something, and I may say, hey, I want to add back in my Friday night game night. And if that works at that time, then that'll be great. But for the time being, we're just going to do our sinking funds. I'll be doing my penny savings challenge. I'm still going to keep doing that. And then I'll be doing savings challenges. And then hopefully you guys will get some extra videos in there, you know, like debt updates, debt confessions, you know, like cash condensing, stuff like that. So that is my plan moving forward. If you guys have any questions, any suggestions, anything like that, feel free to comment down below. And if you're new here and you enjoyed the content and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider hitting the subscribe button and helping me to grow my channel. And I will see you guys back here next time. Bye.